Hey, hello, and thank you for subscribing, guys, or thank you for ordering the Misogigoras Dandelion or ordering the Misogigoras Maya arrangement. So that's a lot, isn't it? So I have prepared for the Maya arrangements. I only have made two because there are more flowers there that we have to create, but well, you don't have to. That's totally your choice. There's always an option that you would like to make other flowers instead of this one or other flower. Who knows, right? Because I use that flower doesn't mean that you have to. You're allowed to, but it's your creation. So you can add flowers, other flowers that you would like. So yeah, so I'm gonna, for the Maya arrangement, I'm gonna make two of these. So let's start. We have the templates. The important thing is when after cutting the templates, so you only have to cut two, so it's not very difficult, right? If we do more, it can get complicated because there's a lot of templates that you have to keep in the same order as provided. If you have accidentally lost the order, or it goes from small to big, all you have to do is just place the templates on top of each other. Yes, it's gonna be a lot of work if you have accidentally dropped them or something, but it is doable, right? Because the templates are going from small to big. So I would suggest after cutting to keep them together as provided. I'm sorry, forget this. This is not included. This one is replaced with this big one, okay? Because after making that one that I just showed you, I found out that it was too small, so I had to make the strip bigger. So this is how it goes. Excuse me. So yeah, so I would try to keep them together like this, like that, and use clips, and this will keep them together. That's what I do. So let's start. Again, please don't mind my nails because I have been coloring and been using green, so could be, I don't know. Anyways, please ignore. I still have to do my nails still. So I'm gonna lay them out. Let me try zoom out more. I'm gonna lay out the templates here in the same order as provided, like that. Maybe upside down for you, but please forgive me. Oh wait, a little bit higher than that. So I'm laying out there like that before I start preparing them or shaping them. Also, when you are I got one here. I already have one there. Also, when you're cutting and you accidentally, they are very, very fragile. So when you're accidentally putting them off the mat and you tear a petal or two or three, please don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up by, I can't do this. And no, look, I'm gonna show you that it is okay to have less, because after all, we are going to layer all of these and you won't see it. You really won't. I have one the same here, here. Where is it? Anyways, I had one that is exactly the same, or even more actually. Let's do more. Let's do this. Let's just do that. See? Something like that happened to me, and because I don't know why, it was just I tried to put it off the mat and it was too thin. So that happened, and I still used it, and you're not able to see it. So please don't beat yourself up. What I'm gonna show you now is how to pull them off. When your cutting mat is too sticky, what I did was just pull 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 petals up. If you don't have long nails, I'm sure you have a tool to do this. like that, okay? And then started pulling from here. That's how I did it. It's a lot of work, but if you want. And when you're using Cricut, you can use the knife with the gray cup and for intricate cuts. That's what I've learned. So let's start. Okay, where are we gonna? So I would like to play with heights, but I do still think I have a piece here, but yeah, they're still too small, so I'm gonna get a wire. I will only have 2 of them, so I do would like to play with height. I want this one to be shorter than this. So I'm just gonna play this here. Let me see. Get my wire cutter. Hold on, please. There you go. And cut it off. I also don't throw away my wires if this is, if it's not too short. This one is okay, it's doable. I can use that for leaves or something in the future. So here we have one. I wanna play with heights. You can make it bigger if you want. Yeah. Another thing, after making this one, I already cut the leaves, so I did adjust the templates. I made your leaves longer, okay? So, cause yeah, I thought it was still too short. So, but I already cut it. Look, I already had it prepared. So I was like, I better use this one, not throw it away, and just explain in my video tutorial that the leaves that you have received are longer than mine. Okay? It's just prettier because this is cute also, but it's yeah, there's just too much space on the in between. I'd rather have it a bit longer. So there you go. That's explained. So let's start. First, we are gonna get our embossing tool. Mine is surgical steel. This was quite expensive. I believe it was like 10 or 9 euros back then. I've already had this like over 10 years now. Okay, 10 years. So yeah, it's kind of dirty, but there's more coloring than thingy. So 10 years. So I'm gonna use my embossing pad to shape. As you can see here, I'm just going from top, placing my embossing in the center and going up and down. Yeah. And I'm copying the template, copying like cupcake holder, like that. So you do that for not all the templates, so please don't skip parts. I know maybe some of you don't like following tutorials, or maybe it takes too long, but just to prevent mistakes and blaming me and me getting the blame for it, just please watch the full tutorial, okay? We're gonna do we're gonna do the same technique, so copying the templates except for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last 5 templates, no, last 4. So place this here, put it back there. There you go. Oh, my battery's empty. Continue watching, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna change my battery. Welcome back. So I hope it's not too dark. Disclaimer, or in advance, my apologies for the all this noise and distraction coming from outside. I am in the financial district in the center, in the heart of Manila, but if I turn on the fan, it's gonna make a lot of noise. If I turn the air conditioning, it's gonna make a lot of noise. And if I close the window, I will die. You will see me sweating and dripping here, and I'm sure you would not want to see that. It is So I have my window open to at least have some air coming inside, okay? So please bear with me. I really won't be able to do tutorials if I also close the window. It's either this, a bit of sound every now and then coming from the outside, or noise of the fan or air conditioning. So I am so sorry. Anyways, let's continue. So continue on embossing, copying your templates like that. Here. There. And after a while, it's going to become lesser, okay? Because we want, but anyway, we actually not 2 cups, because it has to be in, how do you call that? Stagnating, or in degrees or whatever. It has to be fluid from the shape. Anyways, I'll show you later when we are. And also, excuse me, English is not my first, not my second language, so I'm trying my best here. Oh, excuse me. From 4, we are copying it. Place your template upside down there and shape it, but again, not too much. We don't want to cup it. We're just gonna gradually. Is that right? Gradually. Please leave a comment if I didn't say that right. Have it fluid. There you go. Like that. Okay? Upside down. Now we are going to get out our wire that we have prepared. We're just gonna put this away. We won't be needing that for a while. Maybe it is better to have, yeah. I hope it's also not too dark. It's not too dark now because we had a black embossing pad, so that's why it was a bit darker. We're gonna get our light green floral tape. I get my floral tape just from AliExpress, or some of you have Alibaba, and I buy a bundle, a lot of it, and then that will last for almost a year or longer. So it's very cheap, and please don't buy those expensive ones because it's not necessary. You know, you can just use these cheap ones and it's the same. All you have to do is squeeze it, use pressure, pull, etc. And yeah. I still need to make a video on how to do the floral tape because doing this every time, oof, I can't. So I will be doing that still. Maybe I'll do it after this, okay? So we prepare that, and we prepare this so when we attach the strip, it will be so much easier. So I'm just going to use my bamboo skewer, not the pointy side, because the pointy side I use for glue. I'm just using the end. I'm gonna pre-shape the how do you call that? The center. There you go. Get my glue. And I really would like to change the position here from the back, but I really have no idea how people do that. And also I can't do that here because, well, do you know how high the ceiling is? I have no idea how people do that. It's really, well, anyways. So I applied glue on the strip there, and I'm just gonna, I have already pre-rolled it, so it should be easy. You don't have to attach it on top. You can have a bit of the wire going over the strip. The strip part is where we apply glue, okay? So it doesn't, because you won't see it anyways. So at least it's attached properly. And this is why we have prepare the wire with tape, so we can easily. Now I'm using my index finger and pushing it while rolling. You see, pushing it with this hand like that, so it's nice and tight. You could also use your thumb like this if you want, but then it can get messy, so I'd rather do this. Or this. Maybe in the end you will have to use your thumb so it stays in place and it doesn't come off. Just do it gently, don't. And when your floral white tape is loose, like mine just now, I know how it happened, it's really never happened to me. You can just use your index finger and your thumb and just squeeze it like that. Okay. There you go, you attach it. Now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna use my nails to make it fluffy. Just the outer layer, I don't want to touch the center, just the outer layer, but I also don't want them to be separate too much. Just, you know, I don't want it to be compact, I want it to be fluffy, but I don't want it to be too much space in between, if you get what I mean. Just like that. So, now I'm gonna get my bamboo skirt again. We're gonna attach the templates one by one by applying glue at the bottom. Okay, and at first, also again, do not skip parts, because eventually we are gonna apply glue on different areas, and I'm going to apply glue on the strip here as well, and maybe just the bottom of the petals. So the strip, I'm going a bit, just a tad over the strip and the bottom. I'm gonna attach this, and I'm gonna make sure this is hugging that tab. Oops, it came off. See? Well, if this happened to you, do not panic, guys, ladies and gents. Look, you can easily put it back. So it's just to put it back and then shape it later. Now this time, so that happens, I'm just gonna put my index here. It's good that these things happen, so I can show you. You know, if it happens to me, I can show you. If it doesn't, then, well, then I can't show you really. I try to cover everything that can possibly happen, but it is not always possible. I can't predict what's gonna happen all the time, you know. But I do try to share as much information that I possibly can with experience that already happened to me, but sometimes I also forget it. Can't remember everything. It's just too much. There you go. Same with orders. Sometimes I get messages of people that I ordered. I don't know. I can't. I can't remember all the orders. If I could, I would be a genius. But I really can't remember all the orders, and especially, I really can't. It's impossible, guys. So now I'm gonna apply glue again at the bottom, and yeah, at the back. So when you're gonna message about regarding an order, please mention which one it is. Especially when you have ordered more than one, or a frequent customer. You know what? I said but I'm gonna cup it actually. Just gonna wrap it around the base and shape it later. See, this is what I mean. Don't skip parts of the tutorial, because things might change. That's exactly what I mean. And then you'll get all upset. And if you did, then yeah, then that's can't really blame you, can we? So continue until the templates are small. We are going to apply glue at the bottom and on just the end of the templates. I call this petals. So if I'm speaking of petals, it's this, all of these, okay? And just the end of it as well. So we can attach this, and this can be hugging it. So when you have attached it, I'm just gonna make it compact. As you can see, I'm using my index and thumb from the bottom, and then the other one here on the top, I'm making it compact like that. You see? So we are just gonna separate them later. I did want to do it now, but it's better to do it later. There you go. Now the templates are getting bigger. So I think this is the last one that we have to do compact, or maybe not. Maybe less compact. Okay, let's do this compact. Let's do everything compact. We'll see. How I did the other one, you know, I can't remember, you know, how silly that may sound, but after making this one, I have made all of these and prepared the tulips here. Oops. And I have cut other templates. I have colored leaves, and get my point? And other templates is just there. I can't reach it right now. Get my point? So yeah. So when you say, how is that possible? It's not like I make one and prepare one, and then after that I'm done. Maybe it's like in the afternoon and I can't film anymore, or in the evening, and then yeah, I'll do other stuff that I'm preparing other things. So that's why. So maybe sometimes it's just not fresh in my memory anymore. But that's okay. Okay, now I will separate them now. Make it more fluffy, as you can see, and even. We really don't want to have a lot of empty space in between. Just make it fluffy. Okay? And it will end up differently each time. So this one looks different than the previous one, and the next one will look different than this one. Just make sure that and that's totally okay, because no dandelion, no flower looks exactly the same. I'm just gonna separate them. It's not perfect. Look. But that's okay. I want it to look naturally, not perfect. So as you can see, the center, I think this the center, the strip that we have template that we have rolled, still they're all compact. And I'm just trying to separate some of the petals from each other. There. To make it look more fluffy. There you go. It is, I'm not sure if you can see it there. Oh wait, here. It is uneven. Close up more. There. But don't worry, okay? Make it look fluffy. Okay, so next. Now it's fluffy, we can start layering. And just apply glue there, the bottom, and the side perhaps, you know, the end of the petal, remember? The end of the petal this is the petal, the end of it. Not just the bottom, but the end of it. It should be. I'm just gonna attach them. Okay. Again, gently stroke it like that, caress it. Don't make it compact, or else we have to do it everything all over again. But if you want, you can do it upside down and just press the center at the bottom part, making sure it hugs. Okay? So, or this. Don't pull it. You're gonna pull it. It's just gently hanging there and making sure the glue is attaching. Okay, there we go. Now, if there's too much space, and I think there's too much space, just gonna make it fluffy again. Pull the petals. If you don't have nails, I think you can use your hobby tweezer. Let's check. See? You can use your hobby tweezer as your nails. The center should be the center. Make sure it's the center. Okay? Make it so it looks symmetric, at least. And round. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling back the petals, make it fluffy and full. So there's not much space in between the previous one. Here I do have space back here. Just pulling it more. You know what? I'm just gonna make it, just hug it, make it compact, make it fluffy again. So you should have waited, because there's still space and we don't want that. So we have to do this again. I don't know when it will end, but probably we should wait for the end. I think we just have to wait until the end until we have attached those templates, or else we continue fluffing all over again. I thought maybe it is better to just do this in the end. But the reason I didn't want to do this in the end, because we did apply a lot of glue there, right? And if the glue dries really fast and you have placed too much glue, because the higher you, the more glue you attach, or the higher, the more compact it will be. So we just attach the end at the bottom, right? And not the center. That's the thing with glue. The higher you glue, the more compact the flower. There you go. So that's why we had to actually make it already fluffy. And separate the petals, some petals, not all petals. You know, just whatever is doable from each other before the glue really is dry, because then we can't make it fluffy anymore. Okay. Caress. Next layer. And don't apply too thick glue, because the thicker your glue, the longer it takes to dry. That's why I'm using my bamboo skewer. And then I just can scrape it off. Caress. Gently, don't pull, caress. Just caress it, okay? And this is already not so cupped anymore, because we have to, yes. I may have to add more leaves, I think, or flowers. So when you're watching this tutorial, you'll be like, hey, how is it possible that I have more templates than you? Okay, so yeah, you might have to add more than this. double, almost. Let's double it. But I did, yeah, I did the same with the other one. I'm gonna double it. So if you're gonna double it, then it means that the last, I don't know how many, let's say the last 8 should be upside down. But in the end, so just gonna cup it. So I'm gonna need more templates here. So you will have more templates to prepare. And this is what exactly I mean. Don't skip parts. Things might change. Sometimes they just do. And also, I think this is quite cute because not all dandelions are open immediately, right? So don't worry, we're not done yet. I'm just gonna attach them now, and then we're gonna fluff it. Separate it later after I attach all the templates. You will have more, but just please keep on attaching your templates. Okay? Even if you have more, and just pause me until you have the reach the same point as we are. Reach this point actually, the last template. This is made with cardstock, by the way. But for my thingy, my frequent customers, my loyal subscriber, my loyal followers, or I don't know, I'm not sure, my VIPs, you know who you are. You can also make this with sketching paper. Okay, so actually it is nice to have a closed one as well, right? Because not all dandelions are immediately open. So you have one that's open and one that's closed, right? But don't worry, I'll show you first. I think I'll do that, and now we're gonna make it fluffy, just by putting it back. Right? Look. But I don't have a lot of templates, so I will add more to yours. Actually, it's not even that bad. It's just not as fluffy. I want it to be more fluffy, so I'll make sure you get this. Okay? Look at the difference. Well, actually, you could be like asking, how come this like that? I did prepare it. I did. After making that one, I did double all the templates. I had less even. Apparently, I have to do more. So before you judge, I did double the template already, but just not enough. I'm gonna need. Oh wait, I forgot one. There we go. There. The bottom. And the ends, we're just gonna curl the last 2-3 templates. Just gonna curl it with the end of our bamboo skewer. Just like that. Just grab whatever you can grab. And do that. There we go. Okay? That's how I do it. And yours will become, yours will be more fluffier. Promise. Oh. More templates. I thought I had enough. But I'm going back to the thingy. I want it to be blooming. I think this is fun also. Now I see it. I did curl it, as you can see, as you saw me do. And I'm just gonna cup it and make it a blooming one. So I have one that's fully bloomed and one that still has to open up. I think that's cute, right? Anyways, let's continue. Now we have the leaves here. Oh, perfect. Is this enough? Yeah, I can put it down. Okay, this one is too short. My wire is too short, but you should have a wire that's longer than this, okay? Because you have to attach wire at least at this area. It's about 2 centimeters, around an inch, around less than an inch. So it's too short, but I want to use this and I want to cut another one. So I just do it a bit lower. So how long should it be? It should be at least 1.5 times the size of the leaves. So if this is the leaf, yours will be longer, obviously. You will at least need 2 inch at the bottom. Okay, 5 centimeters, 2 inch at the bottom. Because we need to attach it and we still need to stick it in whatever. In this case, I'm using it for the arrangement. But you will need space for example, if you want to attach it on the planter, in a planter, you know, you're gonna need space for that. So don't attach it all the way to the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this amount of petals for as kind of a blooming one, and then I will provide another template just like that one for a fuller one. Okay, so you will have 2. One is for kind of a bud, which I showed you, and the other one is for the blooming one, fully bloomed. Because I thought it was really cute to have that as well. It doesn't have to be so. Have to be fully bloomed all the time. Where's my wire? Like this. I think I will have to. I just have to show it you properly this time. There. Sorry for the glitch, it's not you. My exceeded the limit of filming. It's like 30 minutes. So then it automatically stops and then I just have to hit recording again. So if it's not you. So now, very important, is I'm gonna use my fingernail art tool, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna emboss veins. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So if we have the leaf here, let's, for example, this is the leaf, right? And then I'm just gonna use my nail to make sure that the wire is wrapped, or there you go, just like that. But because I'm using, oh, by the way, this is copy paper. Can you believe this? I can use copy paper. This is just colored copy paper. But you have to use copy paper setting. If your silhouette, I did do the press at 10, the speed at 6, and I did double cut. Just make sure your mat is sticky. Try it out first, okay? Try it out first. So there is a wire here in the center, right? As you can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my veiner, and I'm just gonna draw kind of reversed arrow. Emboss a reversed arrow. Just gonna show you just like that. Different. You won't see it, but we're not done yet. A reversed arrow. Don't draw it though, because if you're gonna draw it with some kind of thingy, that's what I'm gonna do with my veiner, okay? If you're gonna draw it, you have to do it beautifully. That's why I'm gonna emboss it. I'm just gonna give it some, how should I say that? I'm gonna give it some structure, some relief. Okay, be careful. Like the thing is with copy paper here is that it's really fragile. And for this part at the bottom, you can't really do a reversed arrow. I'm just gonna draw a line, okay? It's just making sure there's a relief and there's a structure. The thing is with when you're using copy paper, you want to try it out. You can't do this immediately. You have to wait until it's dry, because it's really thin. I can't wait until it's dry because, well, I'm filming a tutorial. So yeah. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just giving it structure. You see? At least it's not flat anymore. Yeah. Now I want to give it some color. I'm gonna use my watercolor paint. Make your brush wet, make sure it's wet. I have a bottle there with water, and I'm gonna use dark green. And I'm just gonna give it. If you don't want this, hey, feel free to use ink pads, dyes, watercolor paint, acrylic, soft pastels, pan pastels, everything is possible. And if you don't, you can also just use green paper. But I like doing this because it gives more structure, it comes alive. Look. When it's dry, it comes alive. It has this, right, shade. So, yeah. There you go. Da-da-da-da. Where's my brush? Oh, there it is. You can do, but don't make it your brush too wet. Kind of, it just enough, wet enough, but not dripping, okay? You can do one layer, you can do 2 layers if you want, up to you. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be fully covered, just adding colors, okay? We're not making a Rembrandt here, but we're doing a Monet. Have you seen the Monet? Yeah, we're up from far, it's like, oh wow, beauty, very detailed, but you come close, it's just one big mess. That's what we're going for, one big mess. We're not a Rembrandt. Everything is detailed and no, right? We're copying what we're trying to make, copy Mother Nature here. So let it dry like that. And when it's dry, there, just gonna shape it. Using my bamboo skewer. These are prepared, so just using my bamboo skewer. Also, you will have more leaves and longer leaves, so don't worry, please. So that's it. We're gonna get, okay, be right back. Let me just get some water. Continue, let me just get some water, or prepare your leaves, your whatever, and your templates, your flowers, your petals. Make 2, make 3, make 4. Maybe if you're not making this for the Maya wreath, I would suggest to make at least 3 or 4, okay, for your planter. It could look very cute in, for example, in a teacup, or a paper teacup, or a bowl, or a mini planter, whatever you feel like. So, okay, prepare your templates, and we will see you in part 2 for the construction. So, welcome back. Put this away again. There we go. And now we're gonna attach them together. Just get floral tape. Start with the large one. And what I actually want is this. I want the leaves to reach at least the sepal. Cover a tip of the flower, the leaves, the end of the leaves a bit. Roll a couple of times. Attach the next one. You have attach one on north, east, south, and west. 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Roll it a couple of times so it stays, it's nice and tight. And then the small one there. Or is this too short? Wait, hold on. No, it's good. And the last one there, here. Just the tip, just the end. Just a tad of the end of the leaves. Secure it. And then this part will go in the floral foam or whatever you want to use. I might be using something else for the arrangement, but you will see that in the arrangement tutorial. And I'm just gonna shape, as you can see, shape the leaves, make it more organic looking, and then curl the ends, an S shape, an S line, or whatever you want to call it, just like that. You don't have to do it for all. Just make sure that the bottom is though. You can play with it. Just play with it. Have fun. There you go. There you have it. We have a bud, or a blooming one. We don't have a bud. Don't get started with the bud. And we have a fully built one. It's gonna make 2. This is enough for my arrangement. You can do more. Now, if you're gonna order this, okay? If you have ordered this, let me get something. Hold on. There. For example, this you have a planter. In the planter you have what do you call that? What the fuck is that? In the planter you have floral foam, as you can see in there. Attach it with glue gun at the bottom so it doesn't stay. If it doesn't fit, because you bought a brick, just cut it in half. Just make sure it fits. Okay, and then just cover it with dried moss. I wish I had green. I don't have green. This is like, ugh. And just insert it there. There you go. All the way down. See, you should make more, but because I'm making this for the arrangement, 2 is enough because I have other flowers. But if you're just gonna do this, well, if power of 3, right? 3 is a charm, they say. So I would do that, or 4, or 5, or 7. Lucky 7. So yeah, that's that. So have fun, enjoy. Hold on, I'm just putting this back here. Anyways, so if before I thingy, it comments like before I get comments regarding the amount of templates, it's not about the amount right now, okay, for the tutorial, because if you it's about the construction. If you have just followed, you will use all the templates that I'm going to provide you, which is double this one. You will receive this, okay? And like I said, I'll provide you this one as well. I just keep this, and so you can make a kind of blooming one, and then you can then have another one which is double, and then you can create a fully bloomed one. Okay, so that's it. I guess that's it. If you have enjoyed making this one, please consider heading back to my Etsy store. Oh, by the way, if you have 5 leaves, just attach 5 leaves. I'm just gonna wait until this dry, and I'm just gonna attach this one as well, because why not? I already have it. Just, you know what, I can do it right now. So if you are not a member yet of the Miss Hoagie Goyer group, please consider joining us. You may share your creations there for fun or for the monthly, for a monthly freebie. Yeah, you will receive a welcome post every Friday for new members. So please read the welcome post. It describes how to join the freebie and other things, info regarding our group. Follow YouTube. Here on YouTube, hit the notification bell if you like, leave a comment, and yeah, looking forward to seeing your creations there. And if you don't have Facebook and Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. You may tag me, Miss Hoagie Goyer, Paper Flower Power, how cute is your love, and then get the chance to be featured as well. Thank you so much, I really would appreciate that. And yeah, so it's still wet. See, this one is lighter. Look how it's dry. It has stains, like prettier. It looks so much natural. So for the perfectionists out there, if you don't like this, just use the color materials that you like to use, I guess. There you go. I also have a TikTok. You can find it at the bottom. Please follow me there as well. I haven't done it yet because I actually want to go live there, but because the time difference is just too huge, I can't. I have to wait until I'm back in Europe. So yeah, and if you got this from the Etsy store, please consider heading back there and leaving a review. I really would appreciate that very, very much. Thank you in advance for your time. I really appreciate it and your effort. I think that was it. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you in our group. Bye. See you. If for subscribers or the one who have ordered the arrangement, I'll see you in the next tutorial. I don't know which one. Could be one of the other flowers that I already have made last year or a few years ago, or the new ones, but we'll see. So yeah.